What's up, guys? Finally getting to another game review today. Today's game review is Alien Isolation. Another game that was on my top 10 of 2014 I was looking for. And like I said in my review, this game is gonna be great. I thought it was gonna redeem all its mistakes from that Alien Colonial Marines, which, I gotta say, I never got a chance to review that. At the time, I wasn't doing reviews. However, if I could, I would give that a 5 out of 10, probably. I was gonna say 6, but I would give it a 5 out of 10. It had its little moments that were great, but however, look at the whole game. It was just weighed down by a lot of problems. The AI of the aliens didn't move right. The story was okay, but, it was just a horrible game. And then, Sega also, a couple months after that came out, Sega announces another Aliens game in the works. And it's like, dude, you just had a huge fucking disappointment to us fans. Why are we gonna want to go out and buy another game? And then eventually we get some released information about how it's supposed to star, Ripley's daughter Amanda, who are like, well, wait a minute, she never ran into the aliens, man. So now you're making up this game, which, okay, at the time. And then it's talking about how she's gonna have to be on a ship, she's gonna have to fight against one alien that can't be killed, and it's like, dude, this is gonna be a horrible idea, nobody's gonna want this. And then eventually, I gave in, because we finally got the first gameplay trailer, or not trailer, but a gameplay video of it. And I was like, wow, you know what, man, this this looks cool, kind of. I can kind of see where this is going. And then as we saw more and more, I was just like, okay, man, I'm on board. And by the time my top 10 games of 2014 I was looking for, when the video came through my mind, like I said in the review, I really thought this is going to be a great game. It was going to redeem it for the fans, and it does. By flying colors, it does. This is finally the Aliens game that we've been waiting for. Finally the game that us fans have deserved forever. And I gotta say, it is the best Aliens game to date, because you never know. Sega, in 2 weeks, Sega could announce, oh, hey, by the way, there's a sequel coming out to Isolation, or hey, there's another Aliens game down the future in the works that has different elements. You never know, but like I said, this is the best Aliens game to date, period. Out of all the other titles, everything else is shit. Forget about all the other titles. If I could recommend right now one Aliens game for you to pick up, it would be this one. Because this one captures the original feel of the original movie. And sure, Aliens, which was action-packed with the Colonial Marines, and they had their game, that's fine. But finally, the original Alien movie that was a survival horror has its own game, which is also a survival horror game. Excuse me. And it is great. It is phenomenal. It does such a great job of recapturing that fear, knowing that there's only one alien, and he's stalking you, man, and he's coming for you, and if you fuck up, he's gonna get you, and he's gonna kill you. There's no way you can kill him, there's no way you can stop him. Sure, you could, distract him for a little bit, make him go to the other side, but guess what? If he catches up with you, it is over, you're dead. Ain't nothing you can do to kill him or to stop him at all. Eventually, he's gonna get you. Eventually, you're gonna be hiding somewhere, and he's gonna get you, he's gonna pull you out, and he's gonna kill you, man. But, however, like I said, finally, the original Alien movie that started it all has its own game. And I gotta say, Creative Assembly has done an excellent job at this game. Known for the strategy online games, and they're finally creating their own first-person horror survivor game. And they do a phenomenal job. They've done pretty much everything right. This game is awesome. Sure, it does have a few problems, which we'll get into in a little bit, but this game is just, and it's a survival horror, and I gotta be honest with you. I played most of this game during the day with my windows open, lights on, volume halfway down, playing some music. Why? Because this game will scare the shit out of you. There's so many heart-pounding moments. You know, in the beginning, let's start off with the story. Let's get into this. The story takes place 15 years after the original Alien movie, and 42 years, I believe, prior to Aliens. And it follows Ripley's daughter, Amanda. And pretty much, from our knowledge from the movies, Amanda never, she had a good life. She died when she was like 50 or 60. She had no children. I don't think she was ever married. I haven't seen I can't really remember from that scene. But, however, but instead she understands that her mother has been gone for 15 years. She's probably never going to get a chance to ever hear or see from her again or see what happened. However, the flight recorder from LV-426 is picked up from a team that was searching from the express beacon that was lit again, and is taken to a what is it? A space station. Thank you very much. My mind's drawing a blank here. And at first she says, no, she doesn't want to go, but eventually she changes her mind. So as you get ready to approach and be there, you wake up, just like from the Alien film, in your cryotube, lifts open, you get out, and first of all, I'm thinking we're in Ripley's ship. Because it is such a recreate, dead-on accurate remodel of it. However, eventually you find out that it is a ship with a little bit more step up in advancements, but pretty much based off of the same model. From there, as you approach the station, you try to get in contact with them. However, something doesn't feel right. There's a lot of static. You can't understand the messages they're saying. So, in some way, that weird, in every Aliens game, there's always somebody going to something and weird stuff starting to happen. So as Amanda and two of her colleagues go to board the ship, they get separated when a huge piece of chunks of metal and debris come and hit their line from their ship to the space station. They go missing. She's able to get into the ship. Later she finds them. However, from there on, it becomes survival. Nothing but survival. There's going to be 3 enemies in this game. One's going to be humans. Some are going to be allies. Most of them are not. You go up to a human, they have pretty good accuracy, and they will shoot you, and they will kill you. The second enemy, or the working Joes, which are like cheap knockoffs of synthetics, which are a pretty good foe to fight against. However, in the first half of the game, they're in there a little bit and you play against them, and that's fine, that's cool. Okay, but after that first half, into the second half, towards the rest of the end of the game, there's a point where you have to play them for like a couple hours, mission after mission, just fighting them. And it gets to a point where it's so annoying, because these aren't one-hit wonders. I mean, if you have a gun, the revolver, it takes usually anywhere from 4 to 6 shots if you're dead on with headshots. You can try to hit them with your pipe, but however, you're gonna hit once, and then the other ones they can just catch, and they gotta shrug, and you gotta hit A, and then you go again, and they'll catch you, and they can kill you. They're very hard to fight against eventually, especially when you get later in the game. Instead of working Joes in overalls, they have guys that are, in suits and stuff, like gloves and working suits, which are even harder to fight. They're a little bit more stronger and harder to fight. And they get a little bit annoying, because at the same time, this is an Aliens game. It's not Aliens and Working Joe Isolation. That's not what it's called. So that was a little bit disappointment. You have to eventually pay for them after the second half. You continue to fight them a lot. And then third, we get to the main. I would have to say either he's the main character or he's the second main character, the alien. And we all know who the alien is. We know who he is. We know what he does. We've seen the movies. We've played the games. We've read the comics. We've done it all with him, right? This alien, and I'm telling you what, when you first heard about only one alien, well, I'm like, wow, one alien, please, no big deal. But however, in this game, You cannot kill this alien. He's gonna be there no matter what. So you may be able to distract him with a flamethrower or a noisemaker, or maybe set off other humans to make noises and have him attack them to get away, so that way you can move down further in the mission. But however, all bets are off. When he gets right up on you, man, you're not gonna escape. No, you will not. You're gonna die a lot in this game, and he's gonna find you. And let me tell you something. Heart pounding, and when I mean heart pounding, I mean this even if you're sitting in the middle of daylight and you got lights on and you're playing rock and roll or whatever, and as soon as that music kicks in and your motion tracker starts beeping and you look up at it and you're starting to see the alien get real close to you, and you hide under a table, or you hide in a locker, or you just hide behind a corner, and next thing you see the door open and you see him come in, or if he drops through the vent, or he comes through the sides of the bench, no matter what, it is heart pounding, and your blood's kicking, your adrenaline, and you start, oh my god, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna find me? And there's times when he can find you. There's other times when, you know, he doesn't. He walks away, which is cool, which is great. The alien AI is phenomenal. And I mean, it does have it is off sometimes a little bit, but other than that, it's usually dead on. I played this game on easy. I actually started out on hard, and I was able to do the first couple missions, no sweat, didn't get killed, and then eventually when you first meet up with the alien, I just couldn't get anything going with it, so eventually I loaded down to normal, and eventually got to the point where normal, I was just also having a hard time. I don't know why. I guess maybe I just suck at horror survival. And then I narrowed it down to easy, which sometimes, even on easy, I've died plenty of times on easy, believe it or not. And not because I'm stupid, but just because I don't make the right decisions. And there's a lot of paths. You see, when you're on a mission, there's lots of ways. You don't just go down one section. You can go down multi places. You can go through the vents, through the walls. You can go underneath through the vents. Hide as the alien walks past you. You can, you know, you have a crafting system. You can make noisemakers, which you can make and you throw it halfway down that way and the alien runs that way so you can get past that way. You have EMPs, which are for the working Joes, which you throw into electric charge, which kind of fries them a little bit halfway down, so that way you can beat the shit out of them with your pipe and kill them. You have Molotov cocktails. You have pipe bombs. And don't get me wrong, the crafting system's okay, but however, there's not a lot other than that, because after that, you get a bolt gun, you get your flamethrower, you get your handgun, you get a shotgun eventually, the stun button, which is pretty much a stick where you can stun the Joes after that, and you can have upgrades for your EMBs and your noisemakers and pipe bombs and all that, but however, it really doesn't make a difference, because really all it does is makes it, I guess, bigger maybe. I don't really see too much of a difference when you go to upgrade them. And then, you know, after that, you know, like I said, you can, you know, get the alien to go over there. I have had many times in this game where I've taken a noisemaker and I threw it into a group of humans that were in my way, and there's nothing more satisfying than seeing that noisemaker. They pick it up, and then you hear your motion turn off, and the alien's like runs right past you or runs right over the vent you're in and drops down and kills all of them. And I mean, it is like, okay, I feel sorry for them, but at the same time, they're in my way. I'm trying to survive here, so are they. So, too, I go up, I try to shoot them all, and they're probably gonna gun me down, and the alien's gonna show up and kill me, or I sit back in the shadows for a little noisemaker, let the alien do his dirty work, and he's out, I'm going forward. And there's many times where you can do that, and it's a great thing to do, and it's satisfying in a way. Not saying that, hey, I like getting people killed, but it is pretty satisfying. The game, you know, in survival horror, this game, you have to be very smart. You have to be very quiet. You can't go running. There are certain missions you can go running through the game. The alien's not there. Like the beginning of the second half, where there's only Joes you have to worry about for a little bit. He's gone. You can run. Most of the time, though, in the beginning, for the up to the first couple of missions, you can walk and run, and then from there, you pretty much are going to be crawling. You're pretty much going to be kneeling down and taking your time and tiptoeing around, because if you make a lot of noise, he's going to find you and kill you. I've had many of times where I've ran, I've heard him coming, I've hidden lockers, under tables, and there's cool mechanics too, because when you're under a table and you're looking straight at the table, like, they have it where you can hold one of your bumper triggers and move one of your sticks over, and you can peek your head out to the side, you can peek up, you can peek down, all of that. They have a mechanic in the lockers where you can do that too, but also if the alien gets close enough, you hit another bumper and you have to hold it, and you have to move your character back where you're holding his breath. It's just really a great game. And again, survival horror, man. That's what it is. You have to survive. You know, there's no running and gunning in here. I mean, there are a few missions, but it's not really a run and gun. It's more like, you know, kill if necessary, if not stealth mode. And this is a stealth game, survival horror. If you don't like stealth missions, if you don't like doing stealth and you want to run and gun, go play Call of Duty. This game's just not for you. It's not going to be for you if you don't like stealth. That's the main part of this game, stealth. You're doing a lot of stealth. And trust me, there's going to be times where this game feels so slow because you got to move so slow, but eventually there's certain missions that pick up and you can run and get the hell out of there. Now, some of the problems with Alien Isolation, one thing which I think everybody dislikes is probably this, damn, I mean, the game doesn't, I mean, there are a few times where the game saves itself eventually, but however, you have to go and you have to find the safe boxes, put your ID card in there, hit save, okay, pull it out. I had a friend who played this game. He probably played through about 5 hours worth of the game, only to be killed on, like, mission 4 or mission 5 or something like that. And when he was killed, guess what? He's like, okay, I'm just gonna start like maybe a couple minutes back. Nope. He started from the beginning because he forgot to save. People, you gotta realize, every mission is gonna have at least 1, maybe 2 save boxes. Save as soon as you get the chance. Do not think you're gonna go and play 5 hours of gameplay and then not save it, because eventually you're gonna die, and guess what? You're gonna start all the way from the beginning. And I've had times where I didn't have to start that far, but I've had times where I put in a 30-minute, 25, 30 minutes, and I got killed. I had to go back and redo it, and it's like, motherfucker, man. And I don't know why they don't have autosave every single time you get to a certain point. I don't know why, but I kind of also enjoy it because it's a survival horror game. They're making you think. You gotta be smart about your decisions. You gotta be smart about when to save the game. You don't want to go like, hey, I'm gonna be a hero. I'm gonna go out there and go through the whole game without saving. Because I guarantee you, if you get halfway towards the end and you die and you have to start from the beginning, you're gonna be fucking pissed. Some of the times the game, you know, there's face hangers in the game, and towards the end, man, these face hangers are a pain in the ass. You know, I don't think they show up on your motion tracker, but I've had times where they go and I've died. Like there's a scene pretty much the last mission. You're running through a nest, and the face hanger just jump. You open the door, and like you finally catch on to it. They kill you. Okay, you restart. You go back. You know they're coming. You kill them. Another one kills you. Okay, restart. You kill those fuckers. You go on to that one. But there's one where you open the door up, and this guy comes out of nowhere. So you have to kind of start throwing your flamethrower, even though he's not there yet. You have to, because he's got to kill him. And there's just sometimes, you know, the enemy AI, especially the Joes, like I said, it's irritating because this game is going to frustrate you. It's going to get you pissed off a lot. You're going to die a lot. However, most of my deaths, if you could look at how many times you were killed by an alien and civilians and synthetics or Joes, whatever you want to call them, I probably died 50% more from the working Joes than I have from the aliens and the humans combined. That's just because part of a gameplay, and like I said in the beginning, cool, man, that was awesome. Alright, cool. And then towards the second half of the game, where you play them mission after mission for a while, it just gets so annoying, and you don't like it anymore. But, you know, Alien Isolation also has a cool survival mode for online, so you can play against your friends, and it's pretty much where you have to go, and you have to do certain objectives, and you have to survive against an alien. I know recently, just I think next week, there's going to be like 5 new maps for it, and some new characters, which sounds okay, kind of cool. I kind of wish, I would hope maybe they make a feature where you and both your friends can play in it. And I'm not talking about, I mean, it would be cool to play like 2 players against an alien, but how about your buddy or your friend playing as the alien and you playing as the human trying to get out and survive, and then vice versa? I think that would be a cool idea. I thought that would be great. However, that didn't happen. The DLC or the what was it? The mission, where are you at? The Crew Expandable, where you can play as Ripley. Well, I know you can play as Ripley. Where is it? You can play as Ripley, Ellen, Dallas, or Parker in the Crew Expandable, which is a pretty cool piece. And it's exciting because you relive from that movie, and it is awesome. And speaking of the movie, I forgot to tell you, there's a mission in the game. There's a certain mission in this game which is fucking awesome, and I love it. It pretty much shows you how the flight recorder was on LV-426 and how it got, you know, how it was taken. And pretty much you play as a side character, you and your crew on LV-426, and it is amazing to play on that level. That's the best level in this game, I guarantee you. And it feels, it makes you feel so alive, and it's like, wow, I'm actually walking on LV-426. So you do that in Alien Colonial Marines, but I mean, you're actually walking the paths that Ellen's crew walked. And then you finally get into the ship, and you see the alien eggs, and it's just a phenomenal mission. And I want to say thank you, Sega, for putting that in there. I love that. I thought that was really great and really cool to experience. That was an awesome part of the game. You know, some of the other things, gameplay, looking at gameplay, it's great. It's got a great feel for it. The running, the weapons, around hiding, it all feels great. Music is awesome, and scary at some times, because like I said, there's times when you're going, and music feels so real to the movies, you know, has that scary, you know, get you, your blood racing through your veins, pumped up kind of thing. And there's times when you're walking, and then all of a sudden, you hear this weird music coming on, and it starts scaring the shit out of you, and an alien drops down. They make it perfect, and I really love that about this game. Graphics are phenomenal. The game looks so original. It looks so like from the first Alien movie, and just like throughout all the movies in the franchise, it has that feel to it, and it's a pretty great game. So here's my final verdict. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. It's a great game. Guys, if you're a fan of the Aliens franchise, go pick this up today. I guarantee you're going to enjoy it. And trust me, it's going to be frustrating. You're going to have moments where you're going to be pissed off. But after playing the game, you're going to create it. After completing the game, you're going to love it and enjoy it. And you're going to be glad you picked it up. And, you know, I hope Creative Assembly makes a sequel to this game. I'm a big fan of the Angry Joe show. And like he said at the end, you know, he would love to see Creative Assembly make a Colonial Marines / Alien Isolation game put together. And I think that would be a cool idea. If not, I feel like Creative Assembly could definitely make a sequel. I feel like the ending, which I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but for those of you who have beat the game and are at the ending, you're going to love... I'm not saying you're going to love the ending, but, you know, you're going to get that sense like, hey, okay, this sets up bait for a sequel if there's enough sales and if they want to do it. And I'm hoping they do a sequel, because I know they can improve off of this. And this is already a great game, an 8 out of 10. A lot of people have been scoring it high, too. And it's already a great game. They only have a few little improvements to make, and then it could be a possible... Then it will definitely be a 9 out of 10 for me next time. It could even be a possible 10 out of 10. Who knows? Alright, guys. So thank you for watching the review of Alien Isolation. It's been a pleasure to sit here and talk to you about the game, give you my review. Like, subscribe, and comment. If you played the game, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about the game, if you enjoyed it. And I'm not sure when the next review will be out. I know, we got a lot of games coming out soon. I cannot tell you what the next one's going to be. We'll just have to play it by ear. But, thank you for watching. You guys have a great one, and I'll see you next time.